Okay, so now that we have things kind of built, what we're going to try to do is actually connect it to MATLAB. Now, every MATLAB setup, your computer is going to be a little different, so I'm going to have to figure out how to connect it to MATLAB, how to make it talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I had to Google this, but there's something called Serial Explorer. So basically it's like if you want to see what's connected. So you can do like a serial list and it tells you, well, apparently it's to be removed, so let's not even worry about it. But let's go Serial Explorer, and here's a list of all your, I guess, ports on your computer. So now I'm going to actually plug in my my Uno, and it's going to think, and it's going to think, and it's going to think. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. I wonder if I have to hit this button. Okay, so this means that my thingy, my little Arduino is on port COM12. So yours might be different, and so that's why you need to go through this step, is to make sure you know what COM port yours is on, communications port. So mine is on COM12. If you click this, you can go look at stuff, and it'll say things, but you could play with this if you want, but if you're really into it, but I'm not going to mess with this because right now I'm just learning. So I'm just going to, take some things that I kind of know how to do, and, sure, we'll close the serial port, close anyway, but I think it's going to be 12. Okay, CLC, okay. Now, I'm pretty sure that in order for this to work, you need to install the MATLAB support package for Arduino hardware. So if you haven't done that, go to Get More Apps. And sometimes this does take a while, so just don't lose too much patience. Okay, so what did I say that we needed? MATLAB support package for Arduino. So Arduino MATLAB support package. Come here. There. So this one right here for Arduino hardware, and I've already installed it, so I'm good. So just make sure that you have that installed so that you can talk to your Arduino board, and you should have that add-on available to you, but just make sure that you've already installed that. Okay, so you might have to do that first before you can do the Serial Explorer. I'm not sure, since I already had it pre-installed, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so now I'm plugged in, I'm ready to go. Okay, so just to make this, I don't know if this is helpful or not, but I'm going to make a little script, and I'm going to create a, I'm going to CLC clear, and I'm going to create a connection. I'm going to talk to my Arduino. I'm just going to call it A for Arduino. And I'm going to say Arduino. I'm going to talk to my Arduino. I want to talk to, so if I say here, Arduino, see it says port and then board. So COM12, it's suggesting COM12, thank you. And then the board is an Uno. It happens to be an Uno already, so that's awesome. Okay, so board and Uno. So that's what I have. So let me just save this, and this is going to be called Gummy Bear Squish. Okay, so I'm just going to run this and see if this works. It shouldn't really do anything. Yeah, okay, so I have a connection now. Okay, so what I think I want to do is I just want to say, I want to read the voltage. So this is a thing you can do. So remember we talked about the A0 or the A0. It's an analog pin. There goes my cuckoo clock. Cuckoo clock, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. It's an analog pin, so it's not just reading a 0 or 1. It can read any continuous value from like 0 to 5, because I think I plugged it into a 5. So I'm going to read the voltage off of that pin. Oops, I can't spell. Read voltage off of Arduino. So that's the object, is the Arduino object. So I created an object called Arduino. And then I want to pull it off pin A0. Okay, so that's all I want to do. So right now I read it and it's reading, and it reads a voltage of basically 0. Okay, now I'm going to put my gummy bear on the thing, and I'm going to push on it, and I'm going to run it again. And hopefully, yeah, see, now it's higher. Okay, now I'm going to push on it just a little bit. And it's a little bit. Okay, so if I barely push on it, well, hold on, that was not even barely. That was apparently more than barely. And there we go. Okay, so you see how I'm reading the voltage off of the gummy bear pushingness. Okay, so basically, that's it. I got it working. And that's what we're going to do. So essentially what we want to do now is we just want to kind of create a for loop that we're going to just keep reading this over and over and over and over and over and over, so that we can just create a bunch of measurements and just push on the gummy bear and see what it measures. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to know how hard you're pushing on a gummy bear? It's very satisfying, I swear. You're going to have a lot of fun with this. Okay, so basically, there's a couple of ways we can do this, but I think the way that I like to do this is, like I said, I kind of like to set up a little for loop. Let's just say for index going from 1 to 100. And I think there's a bunch of other ways to do this, but I'm just going to do it this way right now, and if we want to make it more sophisticated later, as always, we can. And so what I basically want to do is every time I do this, I want to read the voltage and I want to store it there, right? So we've done this before. So instead of just throwing it into blah, okay, so I wanted to read the voltage. Now, if I just do this, it's going to go super fast. Like, oh, and it's printing everything to the screen. So here, let me do this, and then we'll just say voltage here. So if I just do this, it's going to run it really fast and then push it. Yeah, okay, so I can't even really tell what I'm doing because it just ran it when I wasn't even pushing on it. And, oh, there's a something, but it just ran it when I wasn't pushing on it and can't even really tell what happened. So really what I want it to do is I want it to read it, and then I want it to wait a second and read it and wait a second. So let's say pause value, like, I don't know, 0.05 seconds, or I want it to wait a half a second, I guess. So I could do something like this. Pause value. Okay, so let's try this. So now I'm going to run it, and now I can push on my gummy bear, unpush on my gummy bear, unpush on my gummy bear, push on my gummy bear, pushy, 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 unpushy, pushy, pushy, unpushy, pushy, pushy, unpushy, pushy, pushy, unpushy. Ah, it fell apart. So now I'm not going to know what happened anymore. But let's see what happens. The little pushy thingy comes out. Oh, this is going to take 50 seconds. Pushy, pushy, unpushy? Maybe? Is it going to do something? Come on, girl. Oh, this is actually taking a while. Where am I now? What is taking so long? This was apparently a terrible idea. Pushy, pushy, unpushy. Pushy, pushy, unpushy. Pushy, pushy, unpushy. All right, this is taking more than I want it to. Let me see how far it got. Oh, it got to 90. Except I can't spell. Come here, girl. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, voltage. Let me see what values we got. So basically what I'm saying is this isn't working. But you can see I pushy, pushy, pushied, unpushied, pushied, unpushied, pushied, unpushied. So this is great, except I can't tell what's happening as it's happening. Maybe I could do something like this. So maybe I could make it show while I'm doing it, and then that way I'm not printing everything at once. Blah. And maybe I'll make it go faster. Okay, let's try that. It fell apart again. I keep running this problem. Okay, yeah, it's not working because my little sensor fell out. It keeps falling out of the little rectangle holder thingies. I should know the names of things. Pushy, pushy. Okay, unpushy. Okay, I'm gonna try again. So, pause value. Okay, pushy, pushy, unpushy, pushy, pushy, unpushy, pushy, pushy, unpushy. Okay, so you see it's pushy, pushying, but it's kind of a delay. So maybe I need to go even faster. That'll give me, what is that? That's like 20 measurements a second. That seems pretty fast. Pushy, pushy. Oh wait, I gotta wait for it to show up. Pushy, pushy, unpushy, pushy, 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 pushy. Pushy, pushy, pushy. I'm just sitting there holding it and it's not even caring. Push. Interesting. If I press it like that. Ooh, okay. Anyway, so it's coming up with stuff. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. So I think that what I want to do is instead of, I think I like this. Okay. So this is okay. I think I'm going to have to fix this in a little bit, but for the moment, rather than looking at this, let's try and plot. Okay. So I'm going to stop doing this again and just go back to here. Okay, so I have the voltage and it's going to read, but now what I want to do is plot. So let's say that I want to plot the voltage at the index location for the x, and then I want, well actually I want the index to be the x, and then I want the voltage to be the y, and I just want it to be like a red dot, or a red dot, or a red star. And then I'm going to say hold on. So I'm going to plot it. Let's see what happens if I plot it. We're just trying to see what we can do with squishies. So once the pause value comes up, okay, pushy, 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 pushy. Why aren't you pushying very well? Pushy! Okay. So sometimes you can see that I pushed it up, sometimes you can see that I didn't push it up. So I'm going to go with this is something, maybe not 100% of what I wanted, but I can now at least see that I'm doing something on my Arduino and I'm getting a response in MATLAB. Okay, so I'm going to be like, this is good. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I'm going to do the next step in a different video.